Hey, Machination Coach Bear here with the daily stretch series. This is about a 5 to 10 minute stretch routine, okay, that you can do for your full body. It's going to work everything from the wrist and the ankles, calves, okay, and this should be done 1 to 2 times daily, okay, 7 days a week. As you wake up or before you go to bed, before a workout, after a workout. Just make sure you're doing it 1 to 2 times a day, 7 days a week. Okay, reasoning being, a lot of benefits in this stretch series here. It's going to help you loosen up muscle. It's going to help increase blood flow to your joints. It's going to prepare your body for exercise. Okay, if you're doing it right before exercise, if you get up and you do it first thing in the morning, it's going to get you ready for the day. And 4, it's going to aid in recovery. Okay. So if you've got any, stiff, locked up, crackly joints, okay, this is really going to help improve your mobility, which is crucial in the water. Okay, as swimmers, we got to hold very strange shapes. That catch position, we got to be able to get power out of those shapes. Okay, so being able to get into those shapes is key, and being able to get power out of those shapes is even more important. Okay, so before we start, 3 rules for stretching. 1, make sure you're smiling. Okay, it shouldn't be so hard, or you're stretching so far that you're, gritting your teeth. You're having a hard time. Okay, just kind of loosen up a little bit. Smile. 2, make sure you're breathing through all of these. Okay, that's really going to help increase the blood flow as well. Making sure you're breathing. And then 3, don't worry about time. Okay, as I take you through these, we're just going to spend about 30 seconds in each position. You got to pause it and hold a certain position a little bit longer, so you're a little bit tighter in the hamstrings than you are in the shoulders. You got to spend a little more time there. That's fine. Pause the video, take a little extra longer to stretch that out. But for here, we're just going to be doing about 30 seconds in each position, where you can take 30 seconds to a minute in each position or more if you need it. Okay, don't worry about time. Stretch what you need to. All right, so for the first one, we're going to be on all fours here, hands and knees. We are going to start with our fingertips facing forward, and then the inside of our elbows facing forward as well. Okay, with our shoulders right over the wrist. And all we're going to do is we're going to lean forward a little bit for this wrist stretch here. Okay, leaning forward. And just going as far as you need to. There shouldn't be any pain in here. If you got a little pain, back it off a little bit. Just leaning forward slightly, keeping those arms straight. Okay. You see from the side, about 5 more seconds here. Just leaning forward slightly, not a ton. Okay, next one, we're going to rotate the hands around. Palms are still into the ground. Now your fingertips are facing your knees. And now we're just going to sit back a little bit. Okay, not only is this great for opening the wrist a little bit, getting the wrist a little bit more mobile. Okay, if we got push-ups coming up or something, involving something on our hands. Okay, this is going to help open them up, and stretching out the forearm as well. Okay, again, we're just sitting back a little bit. As you can see, not a whole lot of movement. Some of you might be a little bit more flexible through the wrist. You can sit back really far. Just make sure you're not letting the palms come off the ground. Okay? Good. Next one we're going to do is our seal to cat stretch. So we're just going to alternate back and forth from seal. So we'll get in seal here. Okay? We're pushing up through the arms. Keep the shoulders back and down. Okay, so I don't want to see any rolled shoulders forward here. Back and down. We'll alternate into cat. Sitting on the ankles, pressing those ankles in the floor, and then really focusing on sinking the shoulders in the floor as well, reaching out as far as you can. Okay, so we're just going to alternate back and forth here, holding each position for a few seconds. Okay, get those hips to the ground. Rotate back. Sink the shoulders in the ground, sit on those ankles, open up the ankles a little bit. And back to seal. Okay, let's go one more time. Reach those fingertips out, walk them out, sink the shoulders into the ground, sit on those ankles. Okay, good. Next one up, we got our shoulder capsule. So here we're gonna be laying on our stomach. We take our left arm out in front of us, and that right arm we're gonna thread through. Laying on that shoulder, and then this top arm we're just gonna try and sink into the ground on top of that other arm. Again, focus on just relaxing the head, upper body, just getting good stretch through that shoulder. And this arm, palms should be up, and then perpendicular to your body here, making a right angle. And switch. Take that other arm forward. Thread this arm through. Here you can see from the different angle. Arm straight across, and then this shoulder just trying to sink into the ground on top of that other arm. Again, remember the 3 rules here. Smile. Make sure you breathe in. Deep in breath. Deep out breath. Nice controlled, relaxed breathing through all of these, and don't worry about time. Okay, let's go to the next one. Shoulder extension. So we'll be sitting up here. We're gonna walk these hands back behind you. Keep the arms straight, fingertips facing away from you. And these hands are just gonna be about shoulder width here, so we don't want them too close, too far apart here. Again, just walk them out as far as you need to. Again, there shouldn't be any pain here. If there is, just kind of walk it back up. Okay, focus on keeping the back straight and the elbows open. So I don't want to roll my shoulders forward here. I want to open up the chest, get those shoulders back. Sit here. And then we'll go right into our hip swivel while we're in this position here. So take your feet a little bit wider than hip width, and we're just going to drop the knees down side to side. Okay, so we're working on opening the hips, and through some knee mobility here. Side to side, try to get those hips down, knees down as far as you can. And if you got to back off the shoulders a little bit, do that. I've got 10 more seconds. So it's going side to side. All right, next one, straddle position, straddle stretch here. You sit feet out as wide as you can. If you do the middle splits, great. Don't have a whole lot of flexibilities in these hamstrings. Okay. We'll sit up as tall as we can. Get those legs out as wide as you can, and then first one, we're gonna reach down in the middle for 30 seconds. And again, you're trying to get reaching out as far as you can. Okay, if you can lay on the ground, great. Keep trying to reach out further and further. Again, remember to breathe, remember to smile. Okay, we're going to take it down to the left side. Try to reach for those toes. Okay, you're trying to get your nose down to your knee. 10 more seconds. You're breathing, you're smiling. Let's go down to the right side. If you're doing these after a good hamstring workout, you're really going to feel it. Okay. As you breathe out, try to get a little bit lower. Walking the hands out, get that nose to the knee. 5 more seconds. All right, next one we're gonna go into is our butterfly stretch. So this one here, you're trying to get the heels as close to your hips as you can. Okay, and then these knees, you're trying to sink into the floor as much as possible. So you're just kind of letting those knees melt into the ground. Okay, we're gonna hold this here. Okay, as you do this every day, you should see your heels come in a little bit further and your knees drop a little bit more. Let's go 10 more seconds. If your heels are already in, your knees are already on the ground, practice sitting up nice and tall. Okay, if you can have a nice flat back, lean forward with that flat back. Okay, we'll get a little bit more of a stretch. So you're leaning forward all the way down to the ground. Okay, next one, pike stretch. Okay, we got our legs out in front of us. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. And then from the hips, we're gonna drive it forward. Okay, and reach for those toes. Get the legs into the ground. Again, breathing, smiling, reaching out as far as you can. Again, trying to get your nose to the knees here, hands to your toes. Good, 10 more seconds. Breathing, deep breath, try to lean a little bit further, while still being able to smile. All right, good. Shoulder bridge up next. So this one, we'll be getting to our bridge up on our shoulders. So we're gonna get those hips up as high as we can, up on these shoulders. And then you can use your hands here to brace lower back and push up a little bit more. Okay, so as we're on our hips, our shoulders, we're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. Keep pressing the hips, lifting the hips to the ceiling. Press through that lower back. Good, 5 more seconds. All right, relax. And our last one in the series here, our calf stretch. We'll get into a down dog position. Okay, we're trying to get the heels to the ground. You can walk, if your heels are to the ground, keep walking them in. Okay. Work on getting the heels in the ground, getting a good stretch up to that calf. Okay, we'll go 5 more seconds here. Alright, relax. Okay, nice job. That is our daily stretch series again. Should only take you about 5 to 10 minutes as you move through it. Only spending about 30 seconds to a minute on each movement here. Again, rules: smile, breathe, don't worry about the time. Alright, good job, Mac.